Highlighting is a way to examine a subset of my data while still being able to see the entire dataset. The selected data is highlighted while the unselected data is dimmed. Simply selecting a data point reveals its connection, or lack of connection, with the rest of the data. Let me show you. Here is my view. I've selected the tile for the diving discipline. And when I open my filter pane, I see that my sheet also has a view level filter for summer. Filters created in the filter pane are saved with the report. To learn more about these types of filters, please watch the filtering video. Highlighting is not saved with the report. When I save my workbook and reopen it, any highlighting I applied is removed. Here I have a column chart, and when I click the 1904 column, the other visualizations in my view are filtered to show data for the year 1904. This is sometimes called cross-visual interactivity. Selecting values directly on my visualizations results in changes to related visualizations. Depending on which type of visualization is the source and which the target of the interaction, the target visual will either be filtered or highlighted. The highlighting that occurs in charts is very sophisticated. It allows you to see the total values along with the highlights. For example, in the pie chart, the highlighting shows the values for 1912 and the muted colors show the total values. And in cases where the highlights don't apply to all the columns or slices in a chart, the previous values are still displayed, dimmed, so that I can see the whole picture, not just see the values affected by my highlighting. When I select women in the pie chart, for example, even the columns with zero highlighting are still displayed. This makes it possible to see cases where the selected item from another visualization has no representation in the chart. In this way, I discover that only men competed in the 1904 and 1908 Olympic Games. Let's take a look at a different view. In this view, when I click the bar for USA, the other three visualizations are filtered to show data for USA only. The stacked bar highlights the portion of each medal type won by USA. The map highlights USA. The bubble chart is filtered. Selecting athletics in the bubble chart highlights the other three visualizations. And selecting China on the map highlights the two charts and filters the bubble chart. On my stacked column chart, not only can I highlight the entire column, but I can also multi-select sections of the stack by holding the Control key. For example, I can look at the results for all three medals or just gold and silver. I can also select from the legend. To clear highlighting, click inside the visualization but not on a value. When I save and reopen my report, all highlighting is removed. Okay, one more thing to show you. But first, I'll remove the bubble chart and replace it with a chart that has averages. When you have a visualization with averages, sometimes the highlighted selection is taller than the average. This column chart looks at average land area of participating country regions by year. The land area of the United States is larger than the average, so when I click USA, the highlighted bar is drawn narrower so I can still see the dimmed total bar. And the land area of Poland is less than the average, so only that portion of the bar that represents Poland's land area is highlighted. Please visit office.com for more information.